Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Dear students, welcome you all in Pakistan International School Taif Virtual Learning System. Today is our 37th video lecture for grade second year students, boys and girls. I'm Mrs. Rosie Imran, your mathematics teacher. Exercise 3.4 I already discussed in previous lecture. Question number one, all parts I already discussed with you. Today we will start question number two of exercise 3.4. Question number two is evaluate the following integrals. You have given different integrals and you evaluate it, and we solve it by integration. So we have the first part is 10 raised to power 4. So we suppose that let I is equal to integral of 10 raised to power 4 x dx. 10 raised to power 4, we can split it in form of square. You know that if bases are same, so the power will be added. Again, it will be equal to 10 raised to power 4. And you know that 10 square x is equal to secant square x minus 1. This identity we study it in class 10th first year, and now we are going to use it here. So 10 square x is equal to secant square x minus 1. This 10 square x multiply with this bracket, so we'll multiply with each value of the bracket, multiply with secant square x and also with 1. So when it will multiply with secant square x, you know that the rule 1 we study in previous exercise, that if any value, if any trigonometric function or any function derivative is present in form of product, so what will be its integral? Power 1 will be added, 1 will be added in the power and the same power will divide. So we use rule 1 here. Look, 10 square x derivative of secant square x is 10 square, 10x derivative is secant square x. So derivative 10x, so in power 1 will be added, 2 plus 1, and the same power will divide. And 10 square x we write it secant square x minus 1, so secant square integral is tangent x, and 1 integral is x plus c. So this is the required answer of the first part. Look at the second part. Second part is secant power 4 x dx. So again we split it just like previous part, secant square x and secant square x. Secant square x, you know that that is equal to 1 plus tangent square x. So this secant square x multiply with 1 and also with tangent square x. When 1 multiply, we get secant square x, and when with tangent square x, secant square x. Tangent square, secant square is the derivative of tangent. So if derivative is present in product, so what will we do? In tangent, power 1 will be added and the same power will be divided. So secant square x integral is tangent x, and tangent further derivative is present in form of product, so power 1 will be added and the same power will divide. This is the rule 1 which we study in previous exercise. Come to the third part. In third part, you have given I is equal to integral of e power x sine 2x cos x dx. So here sine 2x, if 2 is present with sine 2x and cos x, so automatically it will be converted in formula, but here 2 is missing. So what will we do? We multiply and divide by 2. The division 2 will come in the start and the multiplication 2 will come with sine 2x cos x. So now it is 2 sine 2x cos x, means that 2 sine alpha cos beta, which is equal to sine alpha plus beta plus sine alpha minus beta. So 1 over 2 e power x sine 2x plus x and sine plus sine 2x minus x. So it will be sine 3x and plus sine x. Now exponential function will multiply with both, and this 1 over 2 also multiply with both. So here we have two questions. One is this ex sine 3x, so we solve it by integration by parts separately, and this 1 over 2 e power x sine x, we solve it in integration by parts separately. So these two is the, from here the question is just like 15 part of question number 1. So you have to solve it like that, and then you put value in this equation 1, so you will get the answer. Come to number 4 part. In number 4 part, you have tangent cube x secant x. So tangent cube, we write it is tangent square x into tangent x secant x. Tangent square x is secant square x minus 1. So it will multiply secant square x minus 1 into secant x tangent x. Now we suppose that secant x t is equal to secant x, and dt, we take the differential on both sides, so dt secant x derivative is secant x into tangent x dx. So in place of secant we put value in this, in place of secant x tangent x dx we put dt, and in place of secant square we put t square minus 1. So we take the integral of t square and minus 1. When we take the integral of t square, it will be t cube divided by 3, and minus 1 is minus t plus c. Now put the value of t in this equation. The value of t is secant x, so we will get the required answer. Number 5 part, if you check, you have given x cube e power 5x dx. Again, two parts, two values given in form of product, and integral is given, so we solve it by integration by part. So I told you that when you have a variable and exponential function or trigonometric function, always take the variable is the first term and the exponential function is the second term. So first term we write as it is, integral of the second term e power 5x, and further derivative of 5x is 5, which will come in the denominator, minus whole integral of e power 5x, again e power 5x divided by 5, and derivative of x cube, derivative of x cube, cube will come in the coefficient, and from power subtract 1, so 3x square dx. Now again it is equal to 1 over 5x cube e power 5x. So x square e power 5x, x square you take as u, and e power 5x is v, and again you apply integration by part. So x square e power 5x integral is e power 5x divided by 5 minus whole integral, again integral of e power 5x over 5, and integral of x square is 2x dx. So minus 3 over 5 multiply with both values, so we will get this. Again for this we solve it by integration by part. So 6 over 25x as it is, integral of e power 5x, e power 5x over 5, minus whole integral of e power 5x is e power 5x over 5, and derivative of x is 1. Now here 6 over 25 multiply inside with 5, so 6 over 125, and this value, and minus 6 over 125 e power 5x dx. So we take the integral of this e power 5x over 5, so 5 multiply with 125, or you can take e power 5x over 5 common, so you will get this. So this is the required answer. Come to the sixth part. In sixth part you have exponential function and trigonometric function. So exponential function you take it is first value, and trigonometric function you take it is second value. So let's suppose this is equal to I, so e power minus x as it is, sine 2x, integral is minus cos 2x divided by 2, because further derivative of theta is 2, which will come in division in integral, minus whole integral of sine 2x, again minus cos 2x divided by 2, and derivative of e power minus x is e power minus x, and further derivative of power minus x is minus 1. So this we copy as it is, minus 1 over 2 e power minus x cos 2x minus minus plus, and this one minus will come as it is, so e power minus x cos 2x. Again we will take We will apply integration by part on this. E power minus x is first term and cos 2x is second term. Integral of this, that is sin 2x divided by 2, and minus whole integral of cos 2x sin 2x divided by 2, and derivative of e power minus x is e power x minus x dx. Now if you check, this value is equal to the given value I. So we put I minus 1 over 4 I, and when shifted on left hand side it will be I plus 1 over 4 I. We take the LCM, so we get 5 over 4, and 5 over 4 multiply here, shifted at other side it will be 4 divide here, shifted at other side it will come in multiplication, and 5 will come in division, so we multiply with each value, so we get this answer. Seventh part you do it by yourself. Come to the eighth part. Eighth part is cosecant cube x dx. So cosecant cube x, you can write it cosecant x and cosecant square x. And so take, this is I. Now solve it by integration by part. In integration by part, you know that the first value as it is, integral of the second value minus whole integral of the second value, and derivative of the first value. So cosecant x as it is, integral of cosecant square x is minus cotangent x whole integral, cosecant square x integral is minus cotangent x, and derivative of cosecant x is minus cosecant x into cotangent x dx. So minus cosecant x cotangent x, and this minus will multiply with minus, we will get plus cosecant x cotangent square x dx. Cotangent square x, we can write it cosecant square x minus 1, we use identity, so cosecant x multiply inside, that will be cosecant cube x minus cosecant x dx. So cosecant cube x is equal to I. So we put its value, and cosecant x integral is natural log of cosecant x minus cotangent x. This I is subtracted here, shifted at other side, it will be added. So 2 multiply here, shifted at the right hand side, it will be divide. So we'll get the required answer. This is question number 2. All parts I already discussed. If any confusion, you can ask in Zoom meeting class. Now come to question number 3. In question number 3 is very important, mostly come in paper. This is proof question, that left hand side should be equal to the right hand side. So we suppose left hand side I is equal to e power ax sine bx dx. So these two values, one is exponential function, other one is trigonometric function. So we apply integration by part. The first term is e power x and the second term is sine bx. So what is integration by part? First term we write as it is, which we consider u, that we write as it is, integral of the second term minus whole integral of the second term, and derivative of the first term. This is integration by part formula, which I already discussed in lecture number 36. So e power ax as it is, and integral of sine bx is minus cos bx, and further derivative of theta is b. Bx derivative is b, which we divide here, minus whole integral of sine bx is minus cos bx divided by b. E power x derivative is as it is, e power x, and further derivative of power, further derivative of ax is a. So now we write it is minus e power ax cos bx over b plus a over b e power ax cos bx, because minus minus plus. Now this value again we apply integration by part. The first value we copy as it is, a b multiply whole bracket e power ax as it is. Derivative of cos bx is sine bx over b, integral minus whole integral of cos bx sin bx over b, and derivative of e power ax is e power ax into a. Now it will be a over b. So a over b will multiply inside, so a over b square e power ax sin bx minus a multiply with a square over b square integral e power x sin bx. So this is the original question, equal to the original question, so we put its value I. Now shifted at the left hand side, it will be I plus a square over b square, so we take the LCM, we will get this. Now e power ax over b square, b is common, so we take b square common, so here b not b square, so b will come in multiplication, minus b cos bx plus a sin bx plus b square over c1. So we suppose that put a is r cos theta and b is r sin theta. In place of a we put r cos theta, in place of b we put r sin theta. Here b square is divide shifted at other side, so we'll multiply, so b square cancel and we get this. Now we put these value in the question. In place of b square and plus a square, we put r square cos square theta plus sine square theta. So r square into 1, which implies that r is under root a square plus b square. So b over a is r sine theta, r cos theta, and b over a is tangent theta, r and r cancel, and theta equal to tan inverse ba. So these values we put in the equation. So we get b square plus a square iota e power x r cos theta sine bx minus r sine theta cos bx. So we take r common. When we take r common, so sine bx, this is formula, sine alpha cos beta minus cos alpha sine beta is sine alpha minus beta. So alpha is bx and beta is theta minus theta. So we put the value of theta, that is tan inverse b over a, and r value we already find it under root a square plus b square. So we get the required result, which is, and this whole c this whole is equal to c, so we get our required result. Come to question number 4. In question number 4 we have given evaluate the following indefinite integral. So indefinite integral, if you have only one function and you want to solve it by integration by parts, you multiply by 1. So consider u is the first term and v is the second term. So the first term as it is, integral of 1 is x minus whole integral of 1 is x, and derivative of half a square minus x square power 1 over 2. 1 over 2 will come in coefficient, and from power we subtract 1, so minus 1 over 2, and further derivative without power, a square derivative 0 and minus x square derivative minus 2x. 2 and 2 cancel with each other and we get minus x square divided by a square minus x square 1 over 2. So if we add a square and subtract a square in the numerator, so we get this, and in this you know that these values are same here, power 1 1 over 2, so from 1 we subtract 1 over 2, so we get 1 over 2, and here this is a square over under root a square minus x square. Take a square common, so this 1 over under root a square minus x square is equal to sine inverse x over a plus c, and this is equal to I, and shifted I on other side it will be 2I, and to multiply here shifted at this side it will be divided. You know that the integral of under root x square minus a square is natural log x plus under root x square minus a square, and integral of 1 over under root x square plus a square is natural log of x plus under root x square plus a square. So you should know these integrals. So I is x square minus a square dx, and v is 1. So again by integration by part, first term as it is, so integral of 1 is x minus whole integral of 1 is x, and derivative of under root x square minus a square is 1 over 2 x square minus a square. 1 over 2 minus 1 is minus 1 over 2, and further derivative of without power, that is x square minus a square, so it will be 2x minus 0, so 2 cancel with 2, so we get x square divided by x square minus a square. So just like previous question, we add and subtract a square. When we add and subtract, we make it separate. When we make it separate, this divided by this, we get this one value, and this one value we write as it is. Now this is equal to the original question, so we put minus I, and for this we take the integral, that is natural log of x plus under root x square minus a square, and this is 2I plus I is 2I, so we shifted to on other side, we get the required answer. For number 3 is just like the previous question. Again you multiply 1 and solve it just like the previous question you solve. And similarly, fourth part and fifth part is same as question number 4, second part, and sixth part you try it. I hope you will easily do. Now before going to solve question number 5, remember that if you have e power ax exponential function, and a f of x plus f prime of x means its derivative is present in addition, so its integral will be equal to e power ax f of x plus c. This result, this important formula we will use here. If you have exponential function and a function, they are in form of product, and when you take its integral, so if you have given such type of function, the power derivative a and the function multiplication plus its derivative present, so what will we do, the function derivative present in addition, so it will be equal to e power ax f of x. So this formula you memorize it, we use this formula in question number 5. In question number 5, ex 1 over x plus natural, you can see that e power x derivative is 1 over x is a function, and its derivative is natural log of x, or natural log of x is function and its derivative is 1 over x. So you just change their position, e power x 1 over x plus natural log of x. So you write it is f of x natural log of x, and its derivative is 1 over x. So means that e power x f of x in place of natural log of f prime of x dx, so that is equal to e power x f of x. So e power x as it is, f of x value natural log of x plus c. Again, just change the position of sine x and cos x. You know that the sine derivative is cos x. So f of x is sine x, f prime of x is cos x. So again we apply the formula e power x f of x plus f prime of x dx. So that is equal to e power x f of x plus c. F of x value you put, so you will get the answer. Now here in this part, you know that e power ax, so power derivative is a, which is present here, and the function is secant x, and its derivative is 1 over x under root x square minus 1 further present, so it will be equal to e power ax f of x plus c. How? So this secant inverse x is f of x, its derivative is this, you know that. Now with the formula, you know that it is equal to, if we put value in this, e power ax as it is, a as it is, secant inverse x is f of x, and this is f prime of x, so this is equal to this exponential function as it is, f of x plus c. So f of x value you put, you will get the required answer. Now come to the fourth part, 3 sine x minus cos x divided by sine square x. So sine square x divide on the first term and then on the second term. When we divide on the first term, 1 over sine x. When we divide on the second term, we get cos over sine is cotangent and 1 over sine is cosecant. So we get secant x is function, and its derivative is minus cosecant cotangent x, which is present here. So we can write it integral e power 3x 3 as it is, f of x plus f prime of x dx, which is equal to e power 3x f of x plus c. So f of x is cosecant x plus c, and we get the required answer. Again here we just change the position to cos x minus sin x, because cos derivative is minus sine. So we suppose f of x is cos x and its derivative is minus sin x. We put in this formula, so we get the required answer. Number sixth part is x e power x 1 plus x whole square dx. So 1 we add and subtract in the numerator. So we split it 1 plus x whole square minus 1 over 1 plus x square. So square one time cancel, one time left. So 1 over 1 plus x derivative is minus 1 over 1 plus x square. So this is f of x and its derivative is this. So we put in the given equation e power x as it is. This is f of x and this is f prime of x dx, which is equal to e power x f of x plus c. You put f of x and you get the required answer. Seventh part is e power minus x into cos x minus sin x. Cos derivative, just we change the position, sin x and cos x, because minus 1 e power minus x power further derivative is minus 1, which is present here. So f of x is sin x and f prime of x, its derivative is cos x. You put in the equation minus 1 f of x plus f prime of x dx e power minus x f of x plus c. We put value, so we get the required answer. Similarly, here e power m tan inverse x 1 over 1 plus x square dx. So suppose that t is equal to tan inverse x, its differential is dt 1 over 1 plus x square dx. So in place of 1 over 1 plus x square dx, we put dt e power mt. You know that its integral is e power mt and further derivative of mt is m. Which we divide here plus c. Now put the value of t, so we get this is the required answer. Come to the ninth part. In ninth part, 1 over m e power m tan inverse x plus c. Yes. Now come to the ninth part. In ninth part, you have given I equal to 2x 1 minus sin x. So we rationalize it. We multiply and divide by its conjugate. 1 plus sin x, 1 plus sin x. We get 2x 1 plus sin x divided by 1 minus sin square x. So 1 minus sin square x, we know that that is equal to cos square x. So cos square x divide with the first term and then we divide with the second term. So when we divide with the first term, we get x secant square x, and with the second term, we get x secant x into tangent x. So the first one we solve it by integration by part. X we write as it is, integral of secant square x is tangent x minus whole integral of secant square x tangent x, and derivative of x is 1, and plus 2 as it is. And this we also solve it by integration by part. First term x we write as it is, integral of secant x tangent x is secant x minus integral of secant x tangent x is secant x, and derivative of x is 1. So 2x tangent x minus integral of tangent x is natural log of secant x, and plus 2x secant x minus integral of secant x is natural log of secant x plus tangent x plus c. Now to multiply inside 2x tangent x minus 2 natural log of secant x plus 2x secant x minus 2 natural log of secant x plus tangent x plus c. So this is the required answer. Come to the 10th part. 10th part is e power x1 plus x2 plus x whole square. So here we add 2, in place of 1 we write 2 minus 1. So we get this, divide by separately. So this value derivative is present in form of addition here. So we use, this is f of x, and we take its derivative is this second function. So e power x f of x plus f prime of x, so which is equal to e power x f of x. We put the value of f of x and we get the required answer. Here 1 minus sine x, 1 minus cos x. So minus sine x, we can write it is minus 2 sine x over 2 cos x over 2, half angle formula. And 1 minus cos x is 2 sine square x over 2. So this divide with the first value and with the second value. So when we divide with the first value, 1 over 2 cosecant square x over 2. And when we divide with the second value, we get cotangent x over 2 e power x. So here e power x minus cotangent x over 2 plus half cosecant square x over 2. So f of x is minus cotangent x over 2. F prime of x is cotangent derivative is cosecant square x over 2. Further derivative of the theta 1 over 2. So here f prime of x is 1 over 2 cosecant square x over 2. So we put value in this function in place of minus cotangent x over 2 f of x, and in place of cosecant square x over 2 we put f prime of x. That is equal to e power x f of x plus c. So f of x value we put it here and we get the required answer. So this was the last part of exercise 3.4. Inshallah, exercise 3.5 we will start in next lecture. I hope you will understand. If any difficulty, you can ask in Zoom meeting class. Take care. Allah Hafiz.